Hey, hey, hey. Let me know when you're here. Just when you in, just let me know you here in the comments. Just drop down in the comments, Hey, what's good? Whatever. Hey, Mom Dukes. Hey, Mom Dukes. I got my little groove music playing in the background because I'm so excited about um this evening. This gonna be a good one. I'll say that every time I do a live. I'm like, this gonna be a good one. This gonna be a good one. But I just be pushing it out there, saying that it's gonna be a good one. And I don't be knowing how y'all feel, but I be hoping that it be good for y'all. Cause when it hit my spirit, I be ready to go. I be ready. I be waiting. Hey sis, I be waiting. You hear me? I be like, yes, it's time to push this message. You know, um, I'm ready. I'm just waiting for, a few more people to pop on, pop on. I'm always glad to see my originals, but I'm also glad to see newbies. When you see newbies and they come on and they get a message, and they appreciate it, I'll be excited to know that I got some new people listening. Hi, Limitless. So I'm always excited just to know when I got some new people popping on. And y'all, everybody who's a regular on here, like who be on here with me every Tuesday, they know that it's all about love and laughter. Like we like to encourage, we like to celebrate. Like we be doing everything. We celebrate one another, we love on one another, we encourage one another. We also try to hold each other accountable on here. Like we don't want to get on here and it's all just straight me just going at y'all and just talking and just talking. Like I try to, be a little I try to be a little comedian from time to time. I just like to have fun. And so that's pretty much how I be enjoying my lives. I don't get on here passing judgment. I don't get in here trying to make nobody upset. I really just try to love everybody and because we all come with flaws. None of us are perfect. We all here trying to get through life just like everybody else. We all, going through something or we all been through something. But at the end of the day, let's just love on one another and continue to push positivity. You know, um, that's pretty much what we do. We just like to encourage one another and we want to just always make sure that everybody on here is just doing what they supposed to be doing. Can somebody reach out to Alasia and see where she's at? um because I need Alasia to you know do what she do. you know English. I need somebody to reach out to Alasia because y'all know I'm not gonna be able to uh do all of that. Y'all know what I need Alasia to hop in here. Oh my gosh. Somebody please reach out to Alasia. because we already got a bunch of bots on here, and I'm just don't want to start this thing off negative with all these people coming on here being disrespectful. Thank you, Amelia. I'm English. No Espanol. All English. Oh my Lord, y'all. Moms, can you do me a favor? Could you reach out to Alasia and tell her to please jump on here as my moderator so she can control these people on here. Thank you, because I see it's already starting. They already getting on here, starting to be, you know, who they are. I ain't judging nobody. I ain't mad at nobody. You know, at the end of the day, I want all of y'all to just, you know, do what y'all do. But, you know, we try to get on here and just promote positivity. I'm not going to be, you know, bashing nobody, because people, like I said, we all going through something. Some people are looking for attention, whether it's negative or positive. They just want to be heard or seen, you know. And sometimes we just got to understand that we cannot change the way people feel, change how people think, or like there's absolutely nothing that we can really do for people. So sometimes you got to just ignore a lot of stuff, you know, and just try not to deal with, you know, a lot of people. And, you know, hey, thin man, hey, sis, you know, but how I always know when you're doing something good is when you got a lot of people that just trying to attack your character for no reason. Like they don't know. See you later, Diedrich. They don't really know what, you know, you got going on. So pretty much today, that's basically what we're gonna be talking about. We're basically gonna be talking about projecting your feelings and your emotions on. We basically gonna be talking about projecting your feelings and your emotions and things of that nature, because I ain't got the time and the patience to be sitting up here worried about everything else what other people got going on. So if anybody get on here and they be rude or they be disrespectful or they be trolling, y'all, we just gonna let them do whatever they gonna do. We gonna keep this thing rolling. We gonna keep on, you know, doing whatever we do. We not about to really let nobody, you know, Lord have mercy. I already see today is gonna be it's gonna be a day, y'all. It is gonna be a day. We already got people on here doing the absolute most already. And I'm trying to talk and get rid of them at the same time. So if I pause for a minute, I'm sorry, y'all, because neither one of my moderators is on here, so I got to do the job for both. So I got to communicate, talk, and I got to try to get rid of people at the same time. Girl, I'm trying to find Alasia. We can't. I told mommy to call her, and she ain't answering. So we probably got to blow her phone up and tell her to get on here so she can control the so she can moderate the people who's on here just doing their normal. Hello, Moda. Yeah, y'all blow her phone up, because I'm not about to be on here going through the emotions with all these people who just doing too much. Hey, Jennifer. Because we came on here to talk about projection too, and a lot of people are actually getting on here projecting all of their whatever they got going on this live. So that's what's funny. Keep calling her, y'all. Because we basically talking about projection, and we see that that's what people are doing. They getting on here immediately. Oh, I'm sorry. I see Jennifer. So hi, Harper. We see, you know, we got a lot of people that's getting on here and they already just projecting all that hatred and that weirdness and that negativity on here. So I feel like every time I do a live, it pretty much just goes back to exactly what my topics be based on. And that's why I really be appreciating doing my topics, because it always come um Gary, but Gary hasn't been on here. Thank you. I haven't spoken to Gary. So if anybody else want to be a moderator for this evening, just to kind of like help me control the crowd that's a regular on here and like really know what to do and really know how to get rid of bots and things of that nature, I can go ahead and make you a moderator so y'all can help me control the crowd. Because right now we already see that people just doing the most. And like I said, I don't want people to be on here doing the absolute most because that's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to project any type of negativity out there. We don't want no negativity coming in. Thank you, Harper. We don't want any of that happening on this live. So if y'all see me pause, like I said, if y'all see me pause, it's because I'm removing some people. I'm removing some people because they gotta go. But anyway, this evening we talking about today I had some stuff that just like no, yesterday I had some stuff that irritated me. What's good, bro? I had some stuff that irritated me, right? And I was so mad. Like I'm telling y'all, I was really mad. My job had sent me a text message and they was telling me that my post is oh Lord. Y'all is sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. This is gonna be an interesting live. Oh my God. Let me tell her. Um uh I'm trying to text Alasia too. Okay, Alasia should be she should be hopping on here. She should be hopping on here, y'all. Whew, I'm so sorry it's starting off like this. That's not the way it was supposed to start off. But like I said, everybody is just doing what they doing, and I'm just trying to control the energy until my moderator get on here. And once my moderator get on here, we're gonna be able to get it popping. We're gonna be able to do what we need to do because people are really wilding today, y'all. And y'all know y'all girl Queen Motivation. I'm not putting up with that negative energy. I'm just not doing it. I'm not about to do it. Um, I'm not about to put up with none of that. I'm sorry, I'm not shouting nobody out right now. So if you're looking for a shout out, I'm not doing it right now because like I said, it's too much going on right now. Girl, thank you, girl. Let me tell you, you know how many I had to get rid of just in a few minutes. They just trolling today, honey. Woo, y'all, we was getting nervous. Lay here though. Lay is here. Cause I'm about to add you as a moderator too, bro. But don't be on here wilding, kicking everybody off for everything. But I'm gonna have you on here as a moderator too. And Lay is here. Lay in the building. So we grateful for Lay. Okay. So we added bro as a moderator too, y'all. Cause Lay, when I tell you they got on here and hey Anita, hey girl sis. When I tell you later, they came on here just wilding today. They was not playing no games today. They came on with the energy and they was ready. Do you hear me? I'll give a shout out to your dad, Nick. Cause he put you on. So, well, I guess he took his message back. I don't know, y'all. I don't know who this cricket is, but y'all can give it to him too. Cause I don't want nobody on here trolling. Like that's the thing. Like we trying to keep this thing positive, and we got a lot of people. I know trolls gonna come and people gonna get on here and they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do. But like I said, this topic definitely is gonna correlate with everything that's going on, with everybody projecting whatever they got going on other people. So that's why I'm just trying to get all these trolls out of here because they really causing a little disruption because they just, in the beginning they came on and they was doing too much, and you know, and I was trying to, get rid of them and, still try to keep my message going. But they kind of threw me off a little bit, y'all. So I got to regroup and bring all that back. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Katrina. I go by Queen Motivation. I've been doing YouTube videos for quite some time now. I try to get on here and push positive messages. I try to get on here and encourage people. I try to get on here and just, elevate people and just make people want to feel a little different about themselves. If you're going through something, I always know that whatever you go through, you get through. And a lot of us, we are all going through something right now. If it's big or small, everybody is facing some kind of challenge. But what I will say, in the process of facing the challenge, whatever you're going through, whatever you are managing in your life, it makes no sense to project all that negativity and all that bad energy onto other people. I know that sometimes we do feel like, our back is up against the wall, and, we want to be mad at everybody. We want to blame everybody. We want everything that we go through to be everybody else's fault, and we're not ready to hold ourselves accountable, and we're not ready to acknowledge the things that we do. We're not ready to acknowledge the things that we say. Like, we got a lot of growing up to do, but whatever you're dealing with in your time, you have to deal with it in your time. You have to go through with it, whatever it is that you have to go through. And you have to understand that when you're going through something, it's not for you to bash people. It's not for you to make people feel bad, but it's for you to get through whatever you have to get through. So when you come out on the other side, you're ready to do whatever it is that's going to keep you leveling up. A lot of us are operating in low vibrations. A lot of us are not walking into our full destiny and our full purpose. A lot of us are allowing our past to hinder us from going into the present, to preparing ourselves for the future. A lot of us have childhood trauma. We have some things that threw us off course. We have some things that block some of our blessings. But at the end of the day, the things that blocked our blessings is the things that's going to make us strong. It's the things that's going to separate us from who we are and who we're supposed to be. I understand that your mother hurt you. I understand that your brother hurt you. I understand that your sister hurt you. I understand that your children hurt you. I understand that your spouse took you through some things. I understand that you had church hurt. I understand that your job let you down. I understand that you went through some things. But hear me out. We go through these things, but we are not going to be in these things forever. Everything that we face in life is a temp season. It means that you're going to go through your storm. You're going to go through your hardship. You're going to go through whatever you're going to go through in that season. But that does not mean take your pain and put it on somebody else and make somebody else responsible for your hurt. That does not mean take what you got going on. Hey, Gary. That does not mean that whatever you going through, you're supposed to take somebody else down through it. We have to sit up here and we have to face the fact that no, a lot of us are not perfect. We also have to face the fact that each and every one of us have to go through some things. We also have to face the fact that everything that we go through is not the end of our life. We also have to understand we maybe got a call from a doctor and the doctor said, hey, it's looking bad for you. The doctor said you got cancer. The doctor said that you're not going to be here that long. Like, I understand that we go through some things. I understand that we hear some news that we don't want to hear. I understand that we are facing trials and tribulations. I understand that we are going through hardships. I understand that the obstacles seem too much to bear. I get it. I get that we cannot see a new way out. I get that we can't hear the voice because we're so busy drowning ourselves in our transgressions. I understand that we are definitely being separated, but at the end of the day, you have to go through whatever you're going to go through and get through it. But that does not mean you can take your pain and put it on somebody else. That does not mean that you can take your anger and project it on somebody else. That does not mean that you can take whatever it is that you're going through and make somebody at fault for your hardships and for your life. Hey, son, thank you. Every last one of us have been through something that we probably thought was going to take us out. We probably thought that we was not going to be able to talk about it. We probably thought that we was not going to be able to be still in a good mood and still positive and still flowing. I understand that we thought that this was it. I understand that we thought that we was wrote off and nobody was going to know who we were and nobody was going to respect us and nobody was going to support us. I understand that we felt that way, but at the end of the day, like I stated before, you cannot take your pain and project it on somebody else. You cannot take your anger and project it on somebody else. You cannot take your hurt and project it on somebody else. They say misery loves company because a miserable person does not want to be miserable by themselves. So if you're surrounded around some people that's miserable, you might want to get from around them. If you're surrounded by some people that complain all the time, we all complain. We all have a complaint in us. We can wake up in the morning and complain about something simple, but I want to tell you that just because you're going through something in that season, in that right now, does not mean it's forever. Let me tell y'all, yesterday when I got the phone call, well, basically the text message that my job was ending, that I was, my last day was going to be on the 26th of June. I instantly went into flesh mode. I instantly got upset. I instantly wanted to be mad. I instantly didn't want to hear nothing that nobody had to say. I didn't want to hear nothing positive. My mother tried to tell me to pray. I was too upset. I said, I don't want to pray. I'm tired of praying. I had to feel every emotion that I was feeling. I had to embrace every emotion that I was feeling. But I also knew that it was not my mother's fault to project my anger on her. I also know that, things happen. I can't project my anger on the people that have to do their job. I have to sit in whatever it is that I have to sit in. I have to embrace it. I have to ask God to give me the patience that I've been praying for, and He's been giving me the patience. I had to go through my own grief. I had to feel what I needed to feel, but at the end of the day, I could not take all of that and project that on everybody else and make everybody else have a bad day because I was having a bad day. There was another incident where I was talking to a gentleman, and the gentleman was telling me, his mom had passed away. God forbid anybody that's dealing with the loss of a mom. I never lost a mom, so I can't relate to the pain that he's feeling. But in the process of me trying to increase his downtime, he was feeling really bad about himself. I tried to boost him up. I tried to give him some encouragement, but because he was hurting, because he was upset, because he was mad that his mom passed away, he projected all that on me. Now the conversation was, he asked me how I was doing. I asked him how he was doing. He turns around and he said he's sad because his mom passed away. I didn't ask him anything about his mother. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know anything about his mother. But he said his mom passed away. And this is the first time that he's had to have a Father's Day without his mother. So I tried to, encourage him. And I said, hey, I understand you sad, but try to, enjoy your day. And then I backdoored and I said, what type of woman was your mother? And he came straight and said, don't talk about my mom. I don't want to go there about my mom. And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, I didn't even bring your mother up. But what I was trying to do was I was trying to encourage you a little bit to think about all the good things, that your mother gave you, the life that she made you feel when you was with her. I told her, I said, when a lot of the times when our loved ones pass away, we pass away with our loved ones because we forget how to live. We don't think about the fact that we still have to go on with life. And every day, my sister Thimen, she said every day that we get older, our loved ones get older. So we have to understand that while we getting into our prime, they're getting into their prime. While we're getting older, they're getting older. While we're getting weaker, they're getting weaker. They have to leave us at some point in some time. But I understand that you have to feel the grief. I understand that you have to go through the emotions. I understand that you have to find some peace. I understand that you have to deal with whatever you're dealing with. But when I tell you to project what you are going through onto somebody else, that's selfish. Because at the end of the day, if I'm having a good day and I'm telling you, hey, I do apologize, and I told him, hey, I don't know how to relate to you on this because I never lost my mother before. My mother is still here. She's still in good grace. So I can't relate to your pain, but what I can do is I can give you purpose. I can encourage you. I can lift you up. But he rejected it and he attacked me for doing something that I thought was positive. So what I did was I had to let him go. And I told him, I said, right now you're not ready to, deal with trying to get to know people or trying to, get in a relationship or anything in that nature because you still got some healing to do. I'm not telling you to never pursue anybody. I'm not telling you to never, look and love on somebody, but I'm telling you to take the time that you're hurting and grieving to heal yourself. So when you are approached by somebody, and when somebody enters into your life, you're able to love them because you have healed yourself. Gary said you should honor the loved one you lost by what they will want you to do. That's the beauty of it. I was trying to mold him into, his hurt and his pain and his downtime. and bring it up. And he didn't want that. He wanted to reject it because he wanted to stay hurt. And I understand some of us want to stay in our pain. I get it. We want to stay in our pain. But if you want to stay in your pain, stay in your pain by yourself. Don't stay in your pain and try to bring somebody into your pain. Don't be hurt and try to bring somebody into your hurt. Don't be upset and try to bring somebody into your madness. If you need some time to separate yourself, to heal yourself, rebrand yourself, fall back in love with yourself, you take that time that you need and get it together. But don't hurt people because you hurting. It's not fair to the people that's trying to genuinely love you. We're trying to love you. We're trying to embrace, your pain. We're trying to help you. We're trying to encourage you. And you're upset with us about things we don't have no control over. I don't have control over your past because I wasn't in your past. I didn't know that your mom, beat you, or your dad was an alcoholic, or your uncle sexually assaulted you, or your children were disrespectful and things of that nature. I don't know these things. So even if I knew these things, and I understand that you are going to be in your sadness and you're going to be in your pain, but that doesn't mean that you can take your pain and make it mine. It's not fair. It's not fair. Lay said, you can't pour into everyone because everyone isn't ready to receive. That's the truth. There are some people that don't even know what to do with themselves yet. They don't even know what level in life that they're ready to excel on. They don't know yet. So if they're struggling with their own identity and they can't even figure out who they are, but they're trying to project everything that they got going on you, that's not fair. It does not make any sense for me to take my past out on somebody that had absolutely nothing to do with my past. A lot of us get in these relationships, baby, and we know for a fact we not ready, we not healed, we still comparing our men to our past men, our women to our past women. We still projecting all the pain that another man put on us, and we pushing it on the next man. We still projecting the pain that another woman put on us, and we pushing it on the next woman. We making the new people suffer for what the old people did. We getting in these relationships bitter, mad, upset, insecure, jealous, no trust, just all over the place, angry and upset at what other men did to you or what other women did to you. And now we're entering these relationships still in that bitter mindset, still in that that anger. We're still feeling the wrath and the pain that was caused by somebody else. And instead of taking the time and preparing ourselves in to heal, we jumping into a relationship. We're trying to make somebody responsible for the pain that was caused by somebody else. We trying to make men love our brokenness. We trying to make women love our brokenness, and we don't even want to love ourselves. How you going to make somebody deal with the part of you that you don't even want to deal with? How you going to make somebody respect the part of you that you don't even want to respect? How you going to make somebody deal with the part of you that you can't stand, but you trying to make somebody else responsible for you? Stop blaming people for your life. I understand that people came into your life and they planted a seed of anger, hurt, confusion, disruption, and things of that nature. But you got a chance to redo your whole garden. You don't have to use the same seeds that somebody planted in your life back then to create a whole new garden. You have to dig up the roots, and you have to deal with the roots, and you have to replant some new things. You cannot be sitting around here allowing everybody else who did absolutely nothing to you feel the wrath and the pain of those who did. We can't help the fact that people hurt us. I understand that your mother wasn't there for you. Your father wasn't there for you. Your family hurt you. They broke you down. But that's not somebody else's responsibility to heal your brokenness. If you're not taking the time to heal yourself, what makes you think somebody else want to take the time to heal you? A lot of y'all in these relationships that y'all know y'all don't need to be in because y'all know y'all need to work on yourselves some more. A lot of y'all trying to cover up the pain and the hurt and mask it with certain things and certain people because you don't want to deal with yourself. Stop making people responsible for what you got going on in your life. Stop making people responsible for what somebody else did to you in your life. If you know you need some time, get out of those relationships. Get out of those friendships. If you need to sit yourself down somewhere and isolate yourself from everybody in the world just until you get your mind right, just until you get your head on straight, don't be afraid to be alone. Because sometimes the best tests come when you're alone. A lot of the times you can't be blessed when you're surrounded around a whole bunch of people because everybody in your circle is not for you. There's a lot of people in your circle draining you. There's a lot of people in your circle waiting for you to fail. There's a lot of people in your circle that can't wait to see you lose it all. You got to understand that people who don't have anything to lose will help you lose everything. And there's people who don't have their right mind, so they'll help you lose yours. There's people who don't have no love, they'll help you lose love. There's people who be struggling so bad, and you be sitting up here trying to save them and heal them, not even realizing the task that you entered. Some of us not ready for what we accepted. We sitting around here saying, oh, I'm healed, I'm ready, I'm blessed, I got this, I'm covered, I can do all these things through Christ. But then you go out there and you jump into something that God didn't even send you. You go out there and you jump into these relationships that God told you not to get in. You go out here and you jump on the edge and you're waiting for somebody to save you when you put yourself in that situation. Stop blaming people for what you're causing in your own life. You are responsible for a lot of things that happen in your life right now. Like I said, we can't help what happened to us in our past. We can't help what happened to us in certain situations. There's a lot of things that we can't do. But when I tell y'all need to stop sitting around here shifting blame and pointing fingers when you got the opportunity to change your life. You got the opportunity to change the things that you're going through. A lot of you crying and talking about, oh, it's the devil. Every time I turn around, that's something that y'all planted in your own lives. You sat out here and you put yourself out there in the middle of the ocean and you wait for somebody to save you. You sat up here and you set your house on fire and you wait for somebody to put it out. A lot of you are dealing with self-inflicted wounds and you're trying to make somebody else bleed because you bleeding. Stop putting and projecting your pain and your hurt on somebody else because you're not taking the time to love and heal yourself. That's not fair. It's not fair. Lay said, a lot of y'all are bleeding out of old wounds on new opportunities. Tell me about it. Just pouring all that mess into somebody else's life. Hey, real. Y'all sitting around here looking at everybody else and y'all just not taking the time to look at yourself. Y'all sitting around here saying everybody is the problem, but y'all not thinking about y'all being the problem. Y'all sitting around here being mad at everybody else. Y'all pointing the fingers at everybody else. Oh, it's my mother's fault. It's my daddy's fault. It's my uncle's fault. It's my sister's fault. It's my cousin's fault. But you not sitting around saying, you know what? It's my fault. Maybe if I would have did this different. Maybe if I would have said that. Maybe if I would have went this way and not that way. Stop shifting blame on people when you are now responsible for your life and how it operates. There's too many things that can help you get out of a situation. But some of us walking in pride, we don't want to hear nothing when somebody is telling us the truth. We want to hear all the praises. We want to hear all the glory. We want to hear all the good stuff that people telling us. Oh, you're doing an amazing job. Oh, you're such an amazing person. Oh, I love who you are. I love what you're doing. I love, love, love. Praise, praise, praise. Glory, glory, glory. But the moment somebody tells you some truth about yourself, now you're in your panties in a bunch. Now you're mad. Now you're upset. Who do they think they are? The same person that can praise you should be the same person that can tell you when you're wrong. The same person that can build you up should be the same person that can tear you down in a positive mindset. See, when you get tore down in a positive mindset, because some of y'all need to be knocked back down a few inches. Some of y'all need to be knocked off that high horse that y'all on. So if your friend can give you praises and your friend can tell you all these great, wonderful things, your friend should be able to tell you when you're wrong. Your friend should be able to let you know, like, hey, you took it too far. Your friend should be able to tell you, like, you shouldn't have said that. Your friend should be able to tell you, like, you need to get it together. Your friend should be able to tell you, look, you lazy, you need to get a job. Your friend should be able to tell you, like, you speaking out of character. Y'all need to stop letting your friends praise y'all and build y'all up if these same friends can't tell you when you're wrong. I want my friends to hold me accountable. I want my friends to knock me down sometimes. Because sometimes you can get a little beside yourself and think you just got it all together and you're so good. But when I tell you, you better not understand that the same way you can get it, the same way that you can lose it. The same way you up here, the same way you can be knocked down. A lot of y'all not operating in your humbleness. A lot of y'all walking around here with your nose turned up like you can't be touched. Every last one of us could be touched. We could be touched with our financial hardship. We could be touched mentally. We could be touched physically. We could be touched. Our health can be touched. A lot of things that we think can't happen to us can happen to us. And the same people that we turned our nose on and thought we was too good be the same people that we be crying for and be hoping that they come back into our lives. Stop sitting around here acting so entitled that you got it all together. Because we all trying to hold it together. Baby, all it takes is one thought to blow your mind, to drive you crazy. Do you understand what I'm saying? We sitting around here blaming everybody. We ain't thought about blaming ourselves. We ain't even trying to think about how we're going to correct our wrongs and change our behavior and do some things differently. We sitting around here projecting all that false energy on people. We projecting all that false energy on people. We sitting around here telling everybody their problems, everybody what they got wrong, everybody what they need to do. But are we telling ourselves what we got going on wrong and what we need to do? We don't want to hear our problems. We don't want to hear the bad stuff about us. We just want to be praised. My mom, Gary said, own up. Yeah, own your mistakes. Definitely own up to your mistakes. Definitely own up to your mistake. Because we ain't nobody perfect. We all make mistakes. We go through it. But like I said, you go through it and you get through it. Excuse me. My mom said, turn that nose down before you drown when it rains. I'm trying to tell you, flip it around because, baby, we all fall short. Every last one of us falls short. You better believe it. Here today, gone tomorrow. And that don't just mean life. That means everything. Gary said, don't just have yes people around you. You can't just have yes people around you because yes people going to always make you feel like you always right. They're going to always make you feel like everything that they do is right. We all have to be chastised at times in our lives. We all got to be set apart. We all got to be made to understand that we all can use some correction at some point in our lives. We're not perfect. Lay said, what I always say, people want to hold everyone accountable but themselves. Definitely want to hold everybody accountable but themselves. Sitting right here blaming the world for everything in life. Everything. Oh, man, I missed the bus. Now I can't go to work because if my alarm would have went off on time and if the neighbors wasn't playing that loud music, like I get it. I understand there's some things that you can't control, baby. There are some things that you can't control, but you still got to push. You got to make an exception at least. You know, a lot of people, we don't want to make an exception. We just want to stop right there. Oh, well, ain't no need for me to go no further. It's already messed up. Ain't no need. Make an exception. Push yourself. Nobody going to do it for you. Gary said, people can't count until they hold themselves accountable. A lot of people not going to hold themselves accountable. What for? Because a lot of people need to use that guilt to guilt other people. They got to manipulate people with their pain. They don't want to heal. You know why they don't want to heal? Because they can use it to their advantage. If I get everybody to feel sorry for me, tell all these sob stories about, oh, when I was young, when I was like 6 years old, you know, whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm not taking away from people's pain because we all have pain. We all have pain. I'm not taking away from your pain, but I am going to take away from excuses. Excuses. We got to stop making excuses. Real said, that's what I hate right there when folk got nothing but yes men and women around them. Yeah, real. That ain't real at all when you got people that just yes, 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 no. Get your yes on my face. God don't even give us all yeses. Could you imagine if we got everything that we ever wanted? We'll probably be crazy. We wouldn't be able to enjoy everything that we ever wanted. Because if we got to be honest, we can't even take it with us when we leave. Everybody trying to stack up all this and doing this and doing that. And when you gone, baby, you gone. You gone. There's no coming back once you're gone. You can't say, oh, shoot. Dang, I forgot my Lamborghini. Let me get myself out this grave and go get my car. Oh shoot, I forgot my 50K chain that was around my neck. Let me go ahead back down there to earth, get my chain. God, let me go back down there to earth and get my little chain, because I left it on the dresser. You can't get nothing back once you depart. Nothing. My mom said it's easier to blame someone else. A lot of people, a lot of people will get off blaming people, because when you blame people, it takes the truth off of you. You don't have to really realize that you are a miserable person, or a horrible person, or an evil person, or a hateful spirited person. Babe, I remember one time when the camera, well, not the camera, but the mirror was flipped on me. I didn't think I was I didn't think I was that bad, put it that way. I didn't think I was that bad. I thought I understood that I caused some pain to people. I understood that I hurt people, but I didn't take it as serious. It was like, oh well, so they be fine, You think about all that, they be fine. And then when it happens to you, baby, that pain different. If you go out here, and y'all know me, I'm exposure. I keep it real. I never try to hide nothing. I never try to act like, I never did nothing. Just imagine the fact, I spent a lot of my life. Like I said, I've been a side chick before. I slept with other people's men. I had my share of doing the things that I've done. Imagine somebody else's man cheating on their woman to sleep with you, and you don't care, right? You like, she be all right. Whatever, boom, because in that time you enjoying it, right? So then you get yourself together, life changes, you change, you're not that person no more, and you get with somebody and you all happy and you all in love, and you like, yeah, that's my boo. Yes, and he cheat on you, or she cheat on you. And that's a reflection of when you was doing it, you didn't care about nobody else. But when it was done to you, oh, it's a different feeling. A different feeling. You're like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, you be thinking you about to die. Oh, Lord, I was cheated on. Oh, I don't think I can't live no more. This man that broke my heart. But how you think that woman or that man was feeling when you was sleeping with their spouse? When they up crying in the middle of the night because their significant other is out entertaining the next person. And you didn't care because you was enjoying yourself. So you was that entertainment. But when it happened to you, baby, it tears a hole in you. A lot of people can dish it out, but they can't take it. They can't take it. Real said anything other than that, then it's an issue when they faced with actual honesty. A lot of people don't want to hear honesty. Nobody wants to hear nothing about themselves when they have to come to the understanding that they are the problem. You ever have a friend and you be talking to your friend and your friend be telling you all this stuff and you just looking at your friend because you can't wait to tell your friend, like, whoo, I'm finna tell this individual about herself or himself. I'm finna, go ahead and tell me the rest of your story. And they just telling you and they just telling you and they just making it seem like everything they saying is right. And like, no, because if, for real, this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third. And you like, and then they look at you and be like, so what you think? I think you a dang fool. Because you shouldn't have did that. Why you go out there and say that? Why you call that phone and do that? Why you tell that lady this? Why you tell that man that? Why you do all that? You don't know how to just be quiet? Mind the business that pay you. Like, they hate when you tell them the truth about themselves. And now all of a sudden they got a problem with you now because you told them the truth. If somebody got a problem with your truth, then you got to leave them alone. Because that means they like to live their life in a lie. You can't live your life in a lie and expect to enjoy it. You just can't do it. I can't sleep at night when I know I wronged somebody or I hurt somebody. Or the guilt will eat me up. It will literally eat me up now. Because back then, I didn't care. I mean, guilt ate me up, but not to an extent where it's like whatever. It's like, dang, I feel bad that I slept with that girl, man. But then in the same breath, where you at? What you doing? Come over. What you doing? What you doing? In the same breath. A lot of people not sorry until they sorry. And when I say sorry, that's when you know you done reached the bottom of whatever it is you can go through. Some of us be sitting around here crying about some things that we planted. We try so hard to blame somebody else for something we planted years ago. Some of us are reaping the precautions of the reap. Some of us are reaping what we did years ago. It's coming back to us. Some of us did some things that we thought we got away with it, and it came back. It's circled the way, it's circled its way back around. It came back around so smooth too. Cause you be thinking you in the clear. You be thinking you good. You be like, sure, I dodged them bullets 10 years ago. And then boom, you like, oh my God. It comes back. You know? And a lot of us, we don't want to believe it. We don't want to believe it. Do you understand me? Like my mom said, you reap what you sow. My bro said you killing it. Yeah, he said she killing it. Appreciate y'all. You know, like I said, the beginning of this live, it started off so rough because everybody was on here and they was projecting all that energy. They was coming from over here with it. They was coming from over there with it. They were just projecting. I'm just like, oh my God. Where's my moderators at? Because they just was projecting. And if you're not careful, people can shift your mood. Imagine if I would have just allowed them to like really shift my whole entire mood. Like they projecting all that foolishness on my live, and they just being so out of character, and just being so disrespectful, and just coming attacking. Imagine if I would have let what they was doing project on me, and I just to be like, oh, you know what? I'm not even doing this live because all these people keep coming on here and they keep saying this and they keep doing this and they keep doing that. Forget it. I'm not doing my live. We got to stop letting people project stuff on us and we soak it in. We take it in. A lot of us are taking in what people are projecting. There's a lot of people around you that's miserable. And they are projecting that on you. They are bringing you to a place of being so miserable. My daughter I'm going to tell y'all what my daughter told me. Let me read what she said. I'm going to tell y'all what she told me, baby. And when I tell y'all, she be hitting it on a point because she be telling me some stuff. A lot of people tell me stuff, but sometimes I receive it from different people different ways. I receive everything people say. But on this day, somebody might have told me a message 3 years ago. But in that time and when you told me, I wasn't receiving it because I didn't care. You know, it was like whatever. But then 3 years later, somebody told me the exact same message. And I'm like, because I can receive it. And you got a lot of people that be like, I told you that 5 years ago. You maybe told me that 5 years ago, but I wasn't ready to receive it. So the person that told me this 4 years ago or 3 years ago or a week ago or whatever, my spirit is willing to receive it now. I wasn't willing to receive it back then. So just understand that you planted a seed that needed a little more watering. So don't think that when somebody tell you something that is just straight rejected. It's just at that time and they had to plant the seed that has to be watered 4 years later. A lot of us are not understanding what somebody said to us back then until later on down the line. So when somebody tell you something, the other person don't ever get offended just because they didn't take your advice back then. You best believe that it was planted in them for a reason. And the reason why it was planted in them for a reason, because there was going to be a time that it was going to come back up. There was going to be a time when the same words that you said to them 3 years ago was going to resurface. So don't ever think that people taking your word for vain. Just understand that at that timing, they wasn't ready, but now it's coming back as a reflection, and they have no choice but to receive it. So don't ever think for 1 second, if you told me something 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, and I didn't receive it then, and then somebody else tells me, and I receive it now, understand that you planted the seed, and the other people watered it, and now it's growing. So don't ever think for 1 second that I don't take in what people say. I just have a different timing, a different method, and a different understanding of how I receive things. But that don't mean what you told me go in vain. I want y'all to understand it for a lot of people who be like, I told you that 2 years ago or 3 years ago. It wasn't your time. Now it's the time. Lay said they silent now that we hear, and that's how people do IRL in real life. That's why you can't let the negativity get you down for real. Cause the people who was on here at the beginning, like I had mommy call, like when I tell you, I was like, oh my God, where's my moderators? Ah, cause they was when I say they was pouring and projecting on this live so bad, it was like, oh my God. They can tell you. They can tell you. I was like, where is Lay? I said, somebody call Lay right now. I don't have Gary number, but if we would have had Gary number, we would have been calling you too. Like, they was wilding in here. They was really projecting so much. They was projecting, but I rebunked it because I knew that I had a message that I had to get out. So I wasn't really too much worried about them, but I don't want their energy to shift. I don't want their energy to feel like it has power. There's no power in negativity. Never no power in negativity. Lay said seeds don't grow overnight. They sure don't. And anything that grow overnight, I don't want it. That means something's gonna be off with it. I need mine to be grounded for a little while. I need it to be shaken up. You know, y'all know the scripture. We don't want to keep going back and forth with the same lifestyle, the same pattern. Mommy said not everyone has a green thumb. I don't have a green thumb. Mine is yeah, I don't have a green thumb, but that's okay because I got a green spirit, okay? Okay, I got a green spirit, y'all. Do you hear me? Lay said I was asleep, unpacking, and then hopped in the shower. Girl, I was finna be on the road in my car with my phone doing my live, doing 190 down the road. I get on the live. Right now, they coming for your girl, Queen Motivation. But when I tell y'all, we all have experienced a point in our life where we have projected something on somebody. A lot of our parents, they project how they grew up on us. They don't always know that they're projecting their childhood trauma on us. They don't know it. You know, sometimes it might be when their children are older, you know, and they might be like, hey, you know, I'm so sorry, you know, I didn't realize how much pain I caused in your life. I didn't realize the things that I did and said would cause you to feel a certain type of way. There's a lot of us right now who need to go back and apologize to some people. I know you probably thinking, I don't need to apologize to nobody. And if you already made the exception to apologize and they didn't receive it, don't go back and apologize. You did your part. That's it. You only get 2 apologies. 2 apologies. That's all you get. The first apology, I'm apologize because you needed to hear it. And I just wanted to get you off my back. Like, I'm sorry. And there maybe somewhere in there I meant it. But the second apology is more genuine because you actually had time to process. You actually had time to realize that I did hurt that individual. You had time to face your own demons. You had time to deal with the process. Hey, Albert, like you had time to really be like, oh my God, if this happened to me, I would lose it. So the second apology comes from growth. The second apology comes from you actually understanding the amount of pain that you cause in somebody's life. The second apology frees you up from holding on to trauma and holding on to past. A lot of us gave the first apology because we figured this is what they need. They need this apology. We don't always be genuine with the first apology. If I have to be honest, I don't know about y'all, but a lot of us don't be genuine with that first apology because a lot of the time we apologize because we think that's what people want to hear. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. But that second apology hit there for you, like, oh, I'm so sorry for all the pain that I caused you. I'm so sorry for the hurt. I'm sorry for the tears you cried. I'm sorry for the sleepless nights. I'm so sorry for everything that I did and I said and I done. Because back then, I didn't even realize how much I affected your life. Y'all don't even know how much y'all affected people's lives. We have broke some people beyond measure. There are some people that's not even repairable right now because we destroyed them because we project whatever we had going on within us on them. And we made them suffer from somebody else's mistake in our lives. That's why we got to stop doing that. We have to stop projecting whatever we going through on other people. If you got to step away from a relationship, a friendship, your parents, your whatever, if you got to step away just to come back and realize that you ain't ready to be entering no doors, it's understandable. Step away. Pull back. It's okay. You're not going to lose nothing. You're going to gain more when you actually can step away from some stuff. My mom said lots of times they think they are keeping you from growing up like them. They want you to be better. A lot of the times we do. We do. We really think that, you know, if I raise them like this and I raise them like that, they're going to be better. But a lot of time we really antagonize our children not even knowing. You know, we raise our children out of a place of hurt because we hurt. We raise our children out of a place of pain because we grew up in pain. We raise our children thinking that, okay, you know what? This, that, and that. And I didn't get this, that, and that. So I'm going to give this, that, and that to my child. And a lot of times they don't even want that. There's a lot of parents that pick and choose what they're going to give their children. You got a lot of parents that's going to give their children love and emotional support and, you know, spiritual advice and like really be there for them. But they broke. They ain't got no money. They can't afford all the things that all the other students in their classroom is wearing. They have to pick and choose what they can give their children. And you got some parents that buy their children love. They, as long as their children got on the new everything from head to toe, they don't care about giving their children emotional support, spiritual advice, and things of that nature. Because some parents can only offer one or the other. They say sometimes what you lack the most as a child is what you give your children. Whatever you felt you missed the most of and what you focus on, that's sometimes, not all the time, y'all, is what you give your children. Some people, they lack money. They lack financial stability. They lack a lot of those things growing up. So they figure, okay, I'm going to make sure my children never have to worry about food. I'm going to make sure my children never have to worry about clothes and things of that nature. But they forget to give their children love. They don't even, nobody even knows the last time they actually held their children and said, I love you, and, you know, gave their children that nurturing. And then you have those that only know how to give their children that nurturing. I gave my children the best of what I had. You know, when I grew up struggling. I grew up thinking I wasn't loved. I grew up thinking that, you know, I'm in the wrong family. Something is wrong. I grew up upset and angry with my family. I grew up so hurt. And I never wanted my children to feel how I felt, so I smothered them with love. And sometimes you can over-smother your child with what you didn't receive. So they say there's no such thing as over-loving a child, but there is a such thing as over-loving a child when you love your child to the extent that they don't have a life of their own. Like, I'm just now at 42 years old. I'm just now getting out of my children's business. And I'm not even lying. My children can tell you. I used to always be like, well, you need to, and A, B, C, Y, X, and all this stuff. And I had to sit down and think like, oh my God, I'm here I am doing it again. My children are grown. Do I always agree with everything they do? No. Do they always agree with everything I do? No. But at the end of the day, you have to give your children time to develop who they are and who they want to be. We can't just raise our children based off of what we think because of what we came from. I don't want my children to go through this, so I'm gonna do like this. And it's overbearing. So it's overbearing. We projecting what we went through on our children because of something we lacked. There's no right or wrong way of being a parent if you don't take the time and try to learn. Now, if you choose streets, guns, drugs and things of that nature over your children, you know, who knows? I still can't say nothing because I don't know what happened in that lifestyle of yours that made you turn to drugs for comfort. I don't know if it was because you was hanging with your friends and you wanted to be cool because you didn't know what it was like to be cool, or maybe you trying to mask some pain because you was abused or raped or something like that. So you wanted to mask pain, so you tried drugs and now you can't get off because you feel like the drugs make you feel so good. But even when you come down off the drugs, you still have to cope with the fact that it happened. I don't know what people's story is that led them to a drug fulfilled life, or became a prostitution or things of that nature. I don't know what steered them in that direction. So it's not my job to judge people how they come up, because you don't know the pain that people endured to why they shifted to that lifestyle. Sometimes you can love somebody right about it, whatever it is they're going through. And sometimes you can love somebody and they never want to change. You got to decide, am I going to continue to love this person until they get it together? Or am I going to love myself enough to know that I got to get away so I can keep it together? And if by any chance we're meant to be, we'll come back together. But projecting that pain and stuff on people, no. Not cool. Not cool. I know we hurt. I know we go through it. But it's not fair to take it out on somebody else. It's not. Y'all need to start listening to your children. When your children, grown or young adults, start listening to your children. When your children tell you that something is hurting them, listen. You don't get to tell them, what? If you don't get out of here, all the stuff that I brought you growing up, you gonna tell me you don't feel loved? Because they didn't feel loved. Why do we feel like we have the right to tell a child how to feel? Just because we feel like we did this bomb job. My children come to me dead tomorrow and be like, Mom, you did a good job raising us, but you lack this and you lack that. I can't be like, boy, you don't tell me that I lack this and I lack that. Everything that I did for you. How you gonna tell me when I know I was a good mom? Yeah, in our mind, we thought we was a good mom. But somewhere our children didn't feel that. So we don't get to tell our children how to feel about how they felt with us parenting them. That's not our right. To project, again, projection. To project how we felt on them. We don't get to tell them that they wrong for feeling how they feeling. We may not understand it. And maybe we don't even agree with it. But we don't have no business telling our children that they can't feel how they feel. It's not cool. Projection can tear people down. Projection can break people. If you're not careful and somebody project the wrong energy on you and you soak it in, you can really be in a bad place. A bad place. My mom said I grew up that way. We know the Miller family is a little rough. But at the end of the day, you did everything in your power to be the best mother you knew how to be. You did everything that you thought was okay for your children. There may be some things that we didn't agree with. There may be some things that you didn't agree with. But you raised 3 children as a single mom by yourself. And through all our struggles and all the things that we've been through, we didn't turn out so bad. We might turn out a little crooked. Maybe a little, little some. But we are not horrible children. And I want somebody else to understand this too. Your children are a reflection of you. But even though you could have been the best mother, the best father you knew how to be, and your children are a reflection of you, they can still go the other way. They can still set their own path. They can still your children probably never seen you drink before, smoke before, have men in and out of your home, and still turn out to be the opposite. But don't take that and soak in it and feel like you're a bad parent. It's hard being a parent. I used to be like, it's hard being a single mom. It's hard being a parent. Because sometimes the two parents in the home, they don't agree with the parenting. The mom might be lenient and the dad might be stern. So the dad more stern because the dad like, you ain't finna grow up like this, you ain't finna grow up like that. And the mom like, it's okay. He gonna be fine. She gonna be fine. They're gonna turn out okay. And then they turn out horrible. And then what the dad say, it's because you let him get away with everything. And the mom be like, it's because you was too hard on him. So they both blaming each other for how they parent their children. So parenting altogether is not easy. It ain't about you being a single mom or being a single dad. It's about parenting. Because everybody parent different. Everybody parent different. But every parent, they projecting it on each other. Because neither one of them want to accept the fact that if they would have came together and came up with a solution, instead of, it's your fault because you was too nice. It's your fault because you was too mean. Children are going to choose their way anyway. So if you running around here crying because your child done turned out horrible and you can't sleep at night because your child doing God knows what, and you feeling bad, you feel like you failed your child, go to sleep. Close your eyes and thank God that you did the best that you could raising your child. And that is it. You ain't got no business staying up all night talking about, oh, Lord, Victor is out there. Oh, let me tell you something, okay? I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to pray and hope that my child is fine and ain't got too much going on. And I'm going to be up. If I get a phone call, hey, this is such and such and such with your son or your daughter or your kid. Of course, as a mom, I'm going to be mad or do whatever I got to do. But if there's nothing that I can do and I told them, I'm going to sleep. What else I'm going to do? I can't stand up all night and go change the outcome. And that's what I'm learning in life. Stressing is not going to change the outcome. Being upset is not going to change the outcome. The only thing that's going to change the outcome is you. I want to encourage somebody right now to go get your healing if you need it. Go get your peace if you need it. Go get your deliverance if you need it. Go seek help if you need it. Do whatever you got to do so you can no longer project your pain and your hurt and your frustration and all the things that separate you from being loved, from loving on somebody or somebody loving on you. Go get the help you need. It's nothing wrong with seeking help. However you seek help in a positive manner, go get the help. Go get it. My mom said, like you said, two-parent homes don't always work. They don't. It's a lot of children that came from two-parent homes and they still turned out rough. They turned out really, really questionable. Like, boy, ain't you got a mom and a dad? That don't mean nothing. Parenting is hard. It's hard. But you'll get through it. You will definitely get through it. I'm telling y'all. I raised 3 children by myself. 3. And all my boys and my daughter. I'm sorry, ladies. I said my boys. Like all I got is boys. My children turned out good. People be trying so hard to get their children to be doctors, lawyers, preachers, teachers. I'm just grateful that my children are alive, well above the ground, and living their life the way they want to. They ain't hurting nobody. They ain't taking nothing from nobody. They ain't stealing. They ain't killing. They are living life, thriving how they want to thrive. And that's what we got to be grateful for. If your child is doing what they doing, hey, let them do what they do. As long as they good and they breathing, and you can wake up in the next morning and call them and check on them, be grateful for that. Because somebody is out here right now grieving over a lost child. Grieving hard. I don't know what's worse, losing a mom or losing a child. I never lost neither or. So I can't say which one is worse. I don't know. But I'm sure it hurts. So with that being said, you guys, I really hope y'all enjoyed this live tonight, because when I tell y'all, it was something that was pondering on my spirit so hard, just projection all together. You know, I just wanted to get that message out there. You know, it started off rocky, you know, because everybody was just all over the place projecting. But when I tell you I'm so grateful, I'm at peace. You know, I got the phone call that I was, you know, my last day at work was going to be the 26th, and I was all mad. And like I said, you know, my mom like pray. I'm like, I don't want to pray. You know, I was mad. You know, I was in my feelings. You know, I projected that energy, you know, off, and it was not right, you know, but at the time, you know, I was mad. But then turn around, I got the text message today, I'll start working on the 28th. So I lose one job on the 26th, and I get right back working on the 28th. So I don't miss a beat. I don't miss a beat. So I'm definitely grateful for that. So with that being said, y'all know what time it is. Like, if you want to drop them handles, you know. Mom said, I can't believe I made it all the way through. Yay, me. Yes, because it was meant for you to hear this message. And yes, God is good all the time. Bro said, preach, mommy. Preacher. Woo! Put some Kirk Franklin on. Kirk Franklin said, preacher. But I'm so grateful for all y'all. You know, I'm grateful for the newcomers. I'm grateful for the returning viewers. Like, at the end of the day, I'm so grateful for all y'all. You guys are always amazing. You guys always keep me uplifted. You always keep me on the right toes. Like, y'all be keeping me so leveled, so grounded, more than y'all know. Very appreciative of each and every one of y'all. And, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, we all go through what we go through. But at the end of the day, again, we ain't got no business projecting it on nobody else. Sit this one out if you got to. Just for a little while. If you got to sit it out, just to get your mind clear, just to get some healing, just to get some, you know, some peace about yourself. It's okay. It is okay, y'all. It is okay. Y'all hear Facebook Queen Motivations, No Limit Blessing. Pop up on there. Give me a follow. Give me a follow on IG. Give me a follow on, oh yeah, that's it. If you need to reach me personally, or for whatever the case may have you, just a one-on-one, you just want to talk, you want to motivate, whatever, y'all hit my email. I will, because my work schedule changed. I know it's gonna be a little rough on some people, because those of you who's on the East Coast and things of that nature, the time shifts a little bit. But I'm gonna be doing my lives every Thursday now at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because now I'm about to get off, girl, because now my work schedule shifted. So I work from 11 to 7. So now I'm going to be getting on here every Thursday, y'all, starting next Thursday from 7 p.m. this time. 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I see y'all here. I see y'all there. I love you guys so much. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, stay easy. But your girl, Queen Motivation, is signing off because Lay got a show to watch. And I gotta eat. Deuces, y'all. Love y'all. Signing off. Later.